Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hit and Hustle from IRSportsDaily.com. I'm your host, Greg Flammang, and we've got a special show today. We're going to do a breakdown of Riley Leonard, the new Notre Dame quarterback who just committed to Notre Dame from Duke, and he's going to presumably be Notre Dame's quarterback in 2024. A lot of people are wondering about what they're getting, what Notre Dame is getting out of Riley Leonard as a quarterback, and so I wanted to do a little breakdown. Had a chance to look at some all-22 film of two games. I've got 2022 Duke against Boston College and 2023 Duke against Clemson. So two, I think, pretty good looks at what Riley Leonard could do as a passer. A lot of the run game stuff, you can see some more, a lot of the run game, what he brings in the running game, what kind of athlete he is, and answer some kind of questions people have about what kind of concepts is he familiar with? How does he operate in the pocket? Is he going through reads? Is he going through progressions? Is he doing the types of things that Notre Dame is asking of their quarterbacks, right? Last year, when Sam Hartman came in, there was a lot of excitement about his throwing ability, but we hadn't seen him operate in a type of system prior to coming to Notre Dame that Notre Dame was running, and there was a little bit of struggles there, and there was a learning curve there for Sam Hartman in terms of footwork and going through reads and reading out the defense, going through progressions, things of that nature. So I think Riley Leonard's got a bit of a head start on that. But he's not as accomplished as a passer, right? Only 24 touchdowns, total touchdowns as a thrower coming into Notre Dame, whereas Sam Hartman obviously had 110, started about 50 games as well. And I think Riley Leonard's only in the 20s. So a big difference in experience, a big difference in skill sets as well. Riley Leonard is an elite athlete, and Sam Hartman was a good athlete, but not to the extent that Riley Leonard is. So we're going to talk about that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you like what you hear here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Irish Sports Daily. Hit the like button on this and hit the notification bell so you know whenever it is we are going live. Jamie and I did a podcast on Riley Leonard, talking about what he brings, what we think he'll bring to the table here. And so I recommend everyone check that out. The link to that is going to be in the description below. Links to our podcast are in the description below as well. So you're going to want to check that out. But before we get to it, I do want to thank a couple of our sponsors. The first of which is going to be ESQ Clothing. In this holiday season, there's no better gift for your husband, father, brother, son, nephew, whoever it may be. You've seen ESQ's bamboo dress shirt on all your Notre Dame, all your favorite Notre Dame players and coaches. It's the world's most comfortable dress shirt made of sustainable bamboo fibers. The bamboo shirt is naturally odor resistant, wrinkle resistant, and even machine washable. It's also 3 degrees cooler than cotton. So if you're sweating out the transfer portal, you're sweating out a Notre Dame football game, put on your ESQ shirt, and it's going to keep you nice and cool. Get ahead of the holiday season and use ISD25 to get 25% off your online purchase at esqclothing.com, or visit Ga Wang at his Chicago showroom to get your perfect custom fit. We've seen a couple of testimonials from ISD customers going into ESQ headquarters, and they're always treated very well. God's got a great staff over there, so you can want to check them out. And we want to say thank you to our second sponsor, which is VSR Media, which is founded by Notre Dame football pregame host and Emmy Award-winning anchor Vahid Sadrazadeh. VSR Media provides professional and cinematic video and photo. Whether you're looking for a collegiate or pro-level highlight reel, have a personal story to tell, or are aiming to diversify and grow your business, VSR Media specializes in short and long-form video storytelling, social media management, and website design. VSR Media also captures professional headshots, senior, and sports photos. Contact them at vsrmediacompany.com. Mention Irish Sports Daily to receive 20% off your first project. Visit them online or give them a call at 574-800-9106. And without further ado, let's get to the breakdown of Riley Leonard. All right, everybody. So the first thing we're going to get to is the passing game, right? Some of the things we've seen in the passing game. I'm going to throw up some clips here while I do a breakdown of those. And so we're going to see what he's done. We're going to see him throwing corner routes, right? Which they don't do a ton in these two games. In the two games that I broke down, they only threw the ball over 20 yards 4 times, 2 in each contest. Duke's really not looking to push the ball, right? So that's part of the reason why you don't see a ton of numbers for Riley Leonard in the passing games, because the Duke's not really trying to push the ball down the field. They're not trying to get vertical. They're trying to hit things underneath. They're forcing him to read. They're forcing him to make positive reads. They're forcing him to make very accurate throws on short throws and hitting the players in stride so they can kind of make some run after catch things. So you're going to see a lot of that stuff. You're going to see him throwing bubble screens. You're going to see RPOs. You're going to see him manipulating the defense, which I think is a really positive part of his game right now. You're going to see him change a play and take advantage of a defense and get the team into a good spot. And you're going to see him analyze the defense, read zone on a man beater pass concept, throw the pass that's going to beat the zone for a touchdown. So we're going to see those things. So check it out. I think you're really going to enjoy what Riley Leonard's got going on here. We're going to get a good corner throw by Riley Leonard here. Just going to let it go here. Corner out here. And then get this back in the flat. And this is what they want to hit right here. This is what they're setting it up for. They're in cover 3. So 3, flat right here. Okay, so this is the opening. You're going to run this defender off with this man. And get a good throw. So let's run it. Just going to run it, show you how it works. There it is. Run him off, throw it on time. It's good throw and it's a good read, right? This is how you got to do it. This is how you got to process it quickly. Throws it on time, right out of the break. And this is a good throw from Riley Leonard, right? See how he's staring at the defense on this one? He's staring him down. He knows he has zone, and he knows the concept is going to be there, right? So let's look on this side now, okay? As he goes in motion. Okay, the receiver goes in motion, right? And he checks it out, right? So he sees it's going to be zone. Identify the zone, sends him in motion. Sees zone, knows what he's getting. Get it out on time. It's a good job. There it is. Hit it. Good throw. Zone beater play from Duke. Clemson's going to be in 3, so you're going to get a hook. Wheel around. That's not going to be open. We're going to get this, right? So look, 1, 2, 3. This is where you're looking. And he has to identify really quickly, all right? And this is the man he's going to find, right? So he's going to get it out quickly, and that's what you want, right? Accurate, get it out quick, let him get upfield. So there it is. Read it out, turns, get it. Turns, get it, read it out, turn and throw. Accurate throw. He's able to get it out on time, catches it, and you can get upfield for some more yak yards. Right? So this is what you need, right? This is a good accurate throw, on time, good scheme. Gets it to him. Boom. Got it. It's a good on-time throw from Riley Leonard here. We're going to go quick slant here against man. I'm going to come out here against man, right? And so this is what he hits. This corner is going to back off out of press, and so that's a quick identifier. It's like, I'm going to hit this one right here. It's got to be on time, and as soon as he clears this player who chases down the tight end, the ball is going to come out. So it's a good on-time throw, and it allows the receiver, again, to catch the ball in stride, plays off. Okay, good quick route. As soon as he clears, you get the ball out, catches it quickly, get upfield. Allows from yards after catch, right? So a good accurate throw on time, and makes the play for the offense here. Boom. Get upfield. Get some yak yards. First down. This play's not a real big deal, except they're going to run bubble, and so you want to see him get the ball. It's an RPO bubble play, so you get the ball, get it out quick and accurate. So he does that, right? So box checked on this one. Fake it, get it out. Nice little throw. You want to see him do it? So high-level play by Leonard here. So they're going to get the back out of the backfield here, and it's going to be for a big gain. Now, what happens here is Leonard makes this play. He sets the protection up to the right. So they're going to fan right here this way, right? This linebacker is going to come free, and he knows he's going to come free because he knows he set the protection that way. So if the back wasn't releasing, then the back would be responsible for this player. But what Duke does, and we've seen Notre Dame do, Notre Dame did this with Tony Jones. In 2018 is how they beat USC, right? So they're going to send this player here, fan right, and instead of blocking, the back's going to come out, and he's going to identify it quickly, and he's just going to hit him in space on time and with an accurate throw so he can get upfield. It's going to be a big play for Duke in this game. So let's let it run here. See him come, slip it out. And look, you got to identify it, and you got to make an accurate throw, right? Now, it looks like it's kind of like a nothing play, but these are the types of plays, like quarterback management plays, that help you win games, right? So, you get Notre Dame. This is a concept that Notre Dame runs, and so it shows a high ability to do that here in a big moment against Clemson. It's a big third down throw on 3rd and long by Riley Leonard, and we're just going to get a curl route, right? We're just going to get a curl, man beater. They're saying they're throwing this route no matter what. There's not really anything else designed for it to go to this play, and this is the route that they're looking for on this one right here. He's going to get it on time right before he gets hit. It's going to be an accurate throw right when it needs to happen, and they're going to move the sticks. All right, so this is a big moment in the game, right? 3rd and long, hangs in there, ball's out. As soon as he makes his cut, the ball's out there. Look, there's nothing else available. This is all they're really looking for. Ball's out, strike, move the sticks. Okay, this is what you want, right? Big time, in the moment, get it out accurately. This is a long throw too, right? It's the from the boundary to the basically the middle slot, almost the numbers, right? So this is a pretty long throw, and it's got to be a strike. It's not going to work if it's not a strike. Boom, move the sticks, keep the offense on the field. It's going to be a little RPO action here. We're going to fake here, put the ball in the belly, pull it out. We're going to hit the hole right here. We're going to hit it. Nice and accurate. Nice quick release. This is what you want to see on an RPO, right? Pull it, hit it on time, gets hit, but hey, you didn't lead him. You didn't get him killed, right? He's able to protect himself right there. So that's a good throw by Leonard. And this is what you want to see on an RPO play. So check the box. He's got it in there. Quickly, nice throw. Good stuff. Riley Leonard's going to change the play here. Not looking at the sideline. Reads the defense. Reads man. Changes the play and gets them into an absolute winner. Right? So check. Wide receiver, check. Switch the back to the other side. Right? So he is changing the play. Wide receiver changes his split. They have changed the routes. Right? So he moves the back to the opposite side, lets everyone know, gets everyone on the same page. And what they have here is they're going to get this player here matched up on this running back. He's going to send him in here, and there's going to be like a little rub, but he knows like this linebacker here is not going to be able to cover this back out in the flat. It's going to be tons of space, gets it out there on time, and it's going to be a big gain for them. So this is a really good example of changing the play, getting your team into a winner, and then that paying off, right? So there's a rub, tight end, this receiver, get him out there, and let's go. Big game. Nice job by Leonard. Good job of Leonard reading the defense through motion, figuring out the coverage, and then throwing the winner on that. So this is normally a man beater play. So look at how they send him in motion. No one matches, right? Leonard's looking the whole time. Let's go back. Watch him go in motion. Now watch Leonard. He's looking. He's making sure. Okay, I know. He takes his eyes off. All right, I know that I have zone here. So what this route combination is against man, they get this, and they get this. And then we're going to get this to the corner. This is a man beater. This is a man beater play, right? So you want to get this player matched up on this safety. But they're playing zone. Okay, so we're going to sit here. Okay, we're sitting here. We're getting out here. And we're getting out here, right? This player here is going to occupy this linebacker. And this player needs to have eyes on this receiver here. But he lets him cross face, and that's where the touchdown is going to come from. So this is a good job of identifying coverage and then getting yourself into the right throw. Okay, so here they're sitting back. There's no way this is open, and he knows that, right? So he has to wait for this player to get out of the way of this one. He waits. Throws it. Look, he's retreating now. Throws the ball. Finds the zone. It's a touchdown. So identifying the coverage ahead of the play allows him to make this throw. Understanding the defense, going through a progression, and making the big play, right? And look, it's not a huge play, but it's a big play. It's a touchdown, right? You call a man beater. They are in zone. So you switch off who you're going to throw it to, and you get yourself a touchdown. All right, so those are some examples of what Riley Leonard could do in the passing game and what he brings to Notre Dame offense. And I think you can kind of see there where it does translate to what Notre Dame is trying to do. So that's very good for the projecting him into the Notre Dame offense. I think that's going to go really well. The question is, can he get the ball downfield, right? Like, again, there's not a lot of clips of that because that's not something that Duke is doing very often. They don't run those kind of concepts. So the question is, like, if Notre Dame wants to get vertical and they want to be a vertical team, and they've got the guys to do it with Bo Collins now, with Chris Mitchell now, you've got Jaden Greathouse going to be healthy, Jordan Faison, Jaden Thomas. You're going to be able to get vertical on teams. So is Riley Leonard able to do that effectively? That's going to be the major question. But you just saw some of the things that he can do that we know Notre Dame will be running in 2024. So let's look at some of the running plays here as well. Listen, he's a big time athlete. He's a big time runner. I would say Brandon Wimbush is basically the last quarterback who showed the type of explosiveness that he does in the running game. He is of a different caliber than even Ian Book, even Deshaun Kaiser, even Everett Golson, right? He is a different caliber of athlete, and we're going to see that in some of these runs against Clemson, where he runs for a touchdown on a play that's going to be a 3-yard loss, and he turns it into a 50-yard touchdown. So a lot of good stuff from him, and you're going to see why this is an exciting part of his game and what he can bring to Notre Dame offense in 2020.
Right, we talk about running ability. This is elite right here. This is not just a runner. This is a good runner. You're bringing this man off the corner here, and they're going to run quarterback counter. They're going to run G counter. So they're coming here. They're going to fake bubble out here, and he's going to fake over here, and then he's going to run in here. They're going to get this right here. They're going to get two guys. They're going to hit him in the backfield, and he's going to turn it into a touchdown, right? Like this is not just good runner. This is elite runner here. Okay, sends him in motion. Quarterback counter, gets hit right there. It's a 3-yard loss. It's going to be a 3-yard loss. We're crashing here. We're getting hit here, and this is what it turns into, right? This is not just, oh, he's a good athlete. Like this is an elite weapon that you can have in your offense. This is against Clemson, one of the best defenses you're going to see in the ACC, and this is what you get, right? And this is the type of thing you add to your offense that just adds, like this makes them play a different kind of way defensively. Look how short this safety is. The safety is trying to get down, and then he gets blocked. But they got to play the safety short. You can't play the safety deep against Riley Leonard because he can do this stuff. This is going to be another explosive from Riley Leonard in the running game. And this is more explosive than any quarterback Notre Dame has had. This is more explosive than Kaiser. This is more explosive than Book. More explosive than... Wimbush. The comparison is Wimbush, actually. Brandon Wimbush is equally explosive, but the size that Riley Leonard brings, he's running away from people here, right? So it's not just that he's big. He is accelerating, and he is extending. He is running away from defensive backs. They're not even close to him, right? And so that's the difference, is just the explosiveness and the acceleration. Look at him running away. He's pulling away. It's big time weapon in any offense. All right, this is another example of just being an athlete for your team, right? So they want the ball to come out here, and this is going to be a bust, right? Clemson's gonna cover this play. This player is going to fall down, and it's going to be a wash, and Riley Leonard's going to make a positive play out of it. And that's what you want, right? Like you want this ability in your offense, right? When you turn bad plays into good plays, right? So look, it's covered, right? Falls down, covered, right? He has nowhere to go, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to get out of here. And even with a spy, makes the spy miss. It's a gain of 7, right? So you turn a negative play into a positive play. Okay, so they're spying him here. Okay, it's a loser play. We saw that a lot this year, right? Like sometimes you got to turn a bad play into a good play, right? So they're spying him, make a move, get outside, gain of 7. Another big time scramble for Leonard here. Pocket breaks down. Nothing really open. He can hit this right here. This is open, but he's not looking there. He gets pressure right up his face here, and so he wants to tuck it and go, right? He sees all this open space here, and so he's going to go for it, right? And he hits it, and look at him dive for the first down here. Big time athletic play here. Okay, this is what's in the offense if you have Riley Leonard. You can get these things, gain a 10, move the sticks, and this is what you want, right? This is what is important. You can steal first downs, you can steal yards with an athletic quarterback like this.
All right, so you see there, like that's something that can come to the Notre Dame running game. It's going to be huge for the running game. I think this enhances the abilities of every running back Notre Dame has in the game, whether it's Jeremiah Love or Jabron Payne or Jadarian Price or any of the freshmen, Kedron Young or Aeneas Williams, who's in there. Like he enhances the running game. Notre Dame can hit a home run on any of those guys, especially Price and especially Love. And Notre Dame can hit a home run from the quarterback position anywhere on the field on any type of play as well. So that's going to be an important thing for the Notre Dame offense. Now, let's talk about the misses here. I'm going to show you some misses where, some of them I put on the quarterback. One of them I put on the wide receiver. And we're going to see where some of the misses come from, right? One is like, the one on the goal line where he tries to throw it over the top, or he tries to to hit the little stop and go, and they try to hit one over the top. Like, that's not like a bad play, right? You're going to see where he doesn't throw it in a place where he's going to get hurt by it. But it's also one where it's like a good quarterback. You could fit it in, right? And you could find a way to make the throw. Live to play another day on that one. But you're going to see just some of the misses, and some of the misses are particularly not good, right? And you don't want to see that. So I'm going to highlight those, and then we'll wrap this up.
All right, people talk about inaccuracies with Leonard. This is what they're talking about. This is a little slant route on third down. You can't miss it, right? So he just kind of short arms it, right? He tries to guide it in there. It's too high, and you miss the throw, and it ends up incomplete, right? And you got to get off the field, and that's no good, right? You got to put this in his chest. You got to put it down there, hit it in his chest, and make a better throw. And this is the type of thing when people talk about, he's not accurate, not always accurate all the time, erratic throws. Like this is what crops up on a couple of the clips. I'm going to show you another one, but this one's got to get cleaned up here. This is going to be a miss from Leonard on a tough throw. We're going to get a little stop and go here, and he's going to have to try to fit it in between defenders. He's going to miss it. So here you go. You get a stop from the slot, and he's going to go. This is a pretty familiar concept. Jeremiah Trotter does a good job of reading this out. What Riley Leonard could do is he could fake it here, right? So he could fake it to the tight end, but Trotter gets into his throwing zone as he's going to release it. Gets into the throwing zone. He has to throw it over him. Can't get there, and it's a miss in the end zone. We're going to see from behind. It's a tough throw. Tough throw for Leonard. Trotter gets into the throwing area, and he has to throw it over him, in between this defender, over this defender. Tough throw. But it's kind of some of the misses that you see from him, right? Like it could be fit in, doesn't fit it in, right? It's not like a terrible play or anything. Just kind of a point out, right? We're showing a lot of good plays, so we're going to show some misses here too to see where the mistakes come from. And this, look, it's good that it's not low. He throws it high. Live to play another day. It's going to be a miss in the goal line on a slot fade that I'm going to call wide receiver error. The wide receiver gets in here, and then he takes this route into this area right here. And it's not a big difference, but what you want is you want this out here to the pylon here, not here, right? Because you want all this space to work with, right? This is where you want the ball to be able to be thrown, or you want it to be able to, you want as much room as possible over to this pylon. But if you run your route here, then you're basically back shouldering back here, and that's tough to turn. And out here, you don't want to lead him into the boundary. So I think this is wide receiver error here on the route. And you're going to see Riley Leonard throw it to where I think he's supposed to throw it here. So you're going to get a slot fade. Look at where his angle is. He's running in this direction. The ball comes out here, right? Which I think was what you want, right? So look, the ball is here, right? So if his route is out towards the pylon here, he's going to be able to adjust to this ball. But he's here, right, Leonard? You don't want to throw it here because there's the boundary, right? So I think it's a good throw. I don't think it's a bad throw. And I just think it's wide receiver error. He gets a little bit, the angle on his slot fade is incorrect. But here's a miss. Here's a miss by Leonard. Probably the most explosive passing concept I've seen from Duke in the two games I've kind of broke down here. So you're just going to get a little stop here. We're going to get a little skinny, kind of like a skinny post here. And then the tight end's going to run like a deep kind of post here. And then we're going to get this. We're going to get this right in here, right? We're going to get that, and that's where they're going to throw it. And it's going to be there. And it's a little bit, the ball is just a little bit too high. And I think one that you just got to fit in somehow. Like this is a throw that's got to be made by Leonard because it's open. All right, so you're going to see here. All right, now this player misreads it and kind of ruins it, right? Because he's got to get out of here, right? He should be over top of this, but he misreads the play. And so that causes him to be a little bit late. He almost makes a play, but this is what they're going to try to catch in here, right here. And he throws it on time. He waits for him to get out of the way. He throws it to him. He's got to get the ball over these defenders, but that ball's got to be fit in. That ball's got to be fit in there for Riley Leonard. Okay, so let's run it here. All right, here we go. Sees it, waits for it. Now there, he's got his back turned, so it's good. He throws it here. You got to get it out here. This ball's got to be completed. I know this player's in the way, but there's room. You got to complete it. It's too high. Not going to work. It's got to be here. It's got to be in his chest here. Okay, there's a space for this throw to be made. Right, so this is the question. They don't throw deep a ton at Duke. And when they do, you gotta hit it. This is a miss on a crosser you simply cannot have. Wide open, short arms it. You got to get it to him. So it's just this crops up. Not a lot, not as much as like it's not super alarming, but it's there, right? These kinds of throws, they're in there, and they got to get cleaned up. You cannot miss. This was a third down play too. Gotta hit it.
All right, so there you see it, right? Some of the concerns that you would have on Riley Leonard in terms of some of the inaccuracies and things of that nature. Like I said, not super alarming, but you want to, you want to give the people the full picture of what Notre Dame is getting at quarterback. So I'd say, all in all, I think he's a plus player. He's got some, I've seen some other clips where he's making some really big time throws. I just posted one on Twitter just a second ago where he's fitting one in on a deep out over a corner. I don't think it's an arm talent problem. I just think it's a lack of reps in an offense that's going to test his abilities, right? Test how good of a quarterback can you actually be as a thrower. Like, are you truly an NFL prospect? So I don't think Duke was showing that. I think that's probably why he wanted to go on to a different type of situation. And with what Notre Dame's bringing in at receiver, I think he's going to have the pieces and the talent around him to make the types of throws that he'll need to show to show the NFL that he can be a big time player. And they're gonna allow him to utilize his legs as well. So this is a big pickup for Notre Dame. It's an important pickup, and it definitely brings the ceiling and the floor of that up. It definitely raises it up. So it's a big time pickup for Notre Dame. So thank you everyone for tuning into this breakdown. If you like what you saw here, please subscribe to our channel. Please like this video. Please hit the notification bell so you know whatever it is. We are going live. Jamie and I will be live tomorrow, which is Thursday, doing another Hit and Hustle show, talking more about this, talking more about Riley Leonard and maybe some other portal additions that have happened in the meantime. So thanks everyone. Have a good one.